is a platform for game changers, limit breakers, and a positive mentality community where destiny is defined. We embrace our truth that leads to our freedom. Honorable Ambassador Bozopat Adadioramma Usigwe gives life to word and is intense with common sense.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 19th segment of Be Inspired with Bozopat Life-Changing Reality Talk. This remains a platform and a community we've created where we embrace our truth that leads to our freedom. I always say, and I say it today, that, accepting certain truth, about ourselves is a way of healing and actually brings freedom, which is the truth, and that is why we do what we do here every day. Today, we will be talking on a topic. Let's think 100 years from today. Wow. Oh yes. Let's think 100 years from today. Yeah. Honestly, it's absurd that we'll be in 2021 and we'll be thinking about 2121. But most times, the only thing that humbles us, reforms our brain, opens us up to accept our reality, and then returns our sanity, is only the truth. That is the gospel truth. Things like this, when we don't really do first the critical research that we need to do, when we don't do an in-depth analysis about situations, we will never get to understand what is involved in it. And so let's deal with it. 100 years from today, we'll be talking about 2121. All of us, no matter who we are right now, no matter how rich, no matter how tall, no matter how elegant, no matter how beautiful, no matter how sassy, no matter how saucy, no matter how generous, no matter how much creativity that you carry, all of us in totality will be underground. Oh yes, when I say underground, it means that we'll be far gone in the grave. Have you ever bothered to think about it? Every of the relations you can hold on to now, everything that you have done, those who have developed this and those who have developed that, whatever it is that you think you're proud of right now and you'll be making noise about it, every friend that we have today, every relation will be an ancestor in the next 100 years. Oh yes, strangers will live in our homes, whether we like it or not. All our properties, everything that we have acquired with greed, with sin, with blood, with desperation, everything that we've owned, will either be demolished, renamed, abandoned, or even be completely will be meaningless, because the people who will be alive then will not know us and will not remember us. I want us to actually take time to think about this, And can I ask us a question? How many of us still talk about our great-grandfather or great-great-grandfather? How many of us actually think in all our activities, in our day-to-day lives and everything we do, how many of us actually bothered to think about the great-grandfather? We don't even know them. Are you thinking along with me? Are you? Because they have become part of history, and their memory they have entered, have become part of our generation, which is the gospel truth. Whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not, so we will become. Do you understand that? So we will become. The wonderful people, the wonderful shape, that's you, that's all the plastic surgeries and all the things you're doing to yourself today, and spending the money that you're supposed to use to touch lives, and then piercing your nose, pushing up your breasts, shaping your waist, doing a whole lot of things that you're supposed to, whatever you are using to make noise right now, will be all forgotten. Yes, will be all forgotten. Every single thing that you think that you have right now that is making you who you think you are, nobody can talk to you, nobody is up to you, everybody is beneath you, all of them will be forgotten. And by the time you realize how ignorant, how silly, how stupid, and how deficient they dream of getting everything today, everything, you will ask for one more life so that you can come back and do good and touch lives and affect the needy. But it will be too late. And that is the truth. It will be just too late. Keep in mind today that the opportunity to do good for ourselves and for every other person around us, that it is now. It is now that you have to do something useful with your life so that generations, society, posterity will judge you right. There's no need. Always think about it. 100 years from today, you will be an ancestor. You will be gone. You will be on the ground. And that is it. Don't just be too thirsty for opportunities that you drink from whichever cup you're given. That's how people get poisoned. That's how we contaminate ourselves. That's how we rubbish everything that makes us us. Because we're so desperate, because we're so thirsty, and we drink from every single cup that comes along our path, which is not a way to go. Always think. I want us, anybody who is ever listening to me, or whenever you come across this video, ask yourself, whatever I'm doing now, 100 years from today, what will become of me? Absolutely nothing. Even your grandchildren will not know who you are. Nobody will be talking about you because you are not talking about your great-grandparents right now. Everybody has moved on. And so remember that whatever you think you're doing, that so will those people move on and will not think about you. We need to slow down. We need to understand what a lot of us has actually ganged up with people who are not supposed to be with, because we just want to make it. Make it, and don't forget that you don't do the right thing you're supposed to do right now because you're doing the things you think that is what will put your name, what will make everybody come to Toba for you and respect you in the next few years. 100 years from today, nobody will know you ever existed. So be careful how you befriend people who you are not supposed to be in their midst. The art of being wise. The art of being wise is in knowing who to ignore, what to overlook, where to leave and dump stuff, and then when to move on, and why it's all necessary. All these things are just part of it. You need to know when, you need to know what, you need to know who, you need to know where, and you need to know why. They are all necessary. In one of the events I went to speak, I was invited as a guest speaker. I went to speak, and then by the time I was done, sober reflection always, because that's what we're born to do. So one person actually took microphone to, talk to me, and the person took time to rail out all the things that has happened in his life, how all his friends has made it, and how they are this and how they are that, and how he has been, God has been so unkind to him, God has been so bad to him that, that everybody, even the people he's better than, that nobody actually had time, all of them has left him behind. So by the time he was done, I looked at him and I started laughing. He was surprised. But I asked him one question. I said to him, you have just taken time to find out and to dish out for me all the things, all the people who are better than you. But have you taken time to go to the mortuaries to check all your mates that are there? Have you taken time to check the ones that are in the grave? Have you taken time to go to psychiatric hospital to check your mates that are there? Have you taken time to go to the orphanage, the mentally challenged homes and see the people who are there? Have you taken time to go to the Down syndrome section to check your mates that are there? To autistic people, where your mates that are there? Those cerebral palsy. Have you gone to check those your mates who have those things for with no fault of their own? All you have read out are people who you're better than, because we are always one-sided in our judgment. Always, because we're always one-sided, we become desperate. We become so desperate. because we're always quick to blame God when things are not happening, because we have chosen for ourselves. We have made a list for ourselves, people who we think are better than us, but we don't ever try to sit down and make a list on people who were better than. We don't do that. But one thing that is certain, 100 years from today, you will be an ancestor. Whatever you're killing to get right now will never be remembered by the generations that are coming. You will just be part of the history, except the blessings that will follow your family and do them good is only if you have laid a good foundation today. If you have been kind to those who needs to be kind to, if you're a truthful person and never support evil today because it doesn't affect you directly, tomorrow may be your turn. If it's not your turn directly, it will be the turn for your children, because the good you do today will be what will affect your family. Instead of allocating money, carrying and killing people because you want to keep millions for them, why don't you do so much good that the blessing that comes from that good we affect them positively? I keep saying this. The size of your audience today doesn't matter. Just keep the good work going. It doesn't matter if 1 million persons are following you in Instagram. It doesn't matter if 1 million are following you here or there. Those audiences are not what matters. The good works that you do with your life, what you do is what matters, and that is what is going to pay you. People will definitely fail you. That is for sure. People will definitely fail you. But one thing is certain. Please don't fail yourself. That is all I had to ask you. Remember that 100 years from today, there will be nobody that is existing today that will still be alive. There is no construction. There is no mighty person. There is no governor. There is no president. There is no minister. There is no commissioner. All those people you're running around with and doing a whole lot, initiating you from here to here because you just want to make it. Nobody will be alive 100 years from today. I'll rather be hated for who I am right now than to be loved for who I'm not. That's what I keep saying. Every single way we go, every single time we meet, every single thing we do, don't ever forget that in the nearest future, none of us will be alive. None of us will be alive. And if we think about this, and if we remember this, we will not be in a hurry to do a lot of bad things that we're doing. 100 years from today, what do you think your great-grandchildren will think about you? I just had this emotional thing about it. I just said I'm going to do something different today because I really need us to think about it. It's something that will give us sober reflection. It's something that will really need to calm us down for us to realize that whatever we're doing right now is for us to, and what will be the aftermath of it in the next coming years. Well, every name you want to have, everything you want to, that your beauty will fade. The moment you are inside the grave, you've forgotten. Generations will move on. Nobody cares. Nobody really cares. And that is just the gospel truth. Nobody cares and nobody will care. Things are going so bad in this our generation because we are so desperate to do bad instead of doing good. But I want you to know that, just like I said, that strangers will live in the mansions. People who don't even know you, people who don't know your name, people who don't know your color. Every single thing that you're acquiring now, nobody. Like I said before, is either you to be demolished or renamed or abandoned completely. But one thing stands for sure, it will not be remembered. So the good you do is what will live after you. The good you do, keep it in mind that is only that good will live with you, and then have blessings for your coming after, for the family and for the children, instead of you to do all the bad things, kill and live for them, do all the bad things in their name because you think you want to become something. Oh, that's all I need to tell us, and that is what we need to do today. I want to leave us thinking about every single thing we've done, every single thing we're doing, and everything we're doing, that we shouldn't forget that nothing, these things will fade away. Nothing lasts forever. Just be the good person that you need to be. Be kind to the people. Be nice to people. It doesn't matter who hates you. Just keep on being you. You don't need to be loved by wrong people. The right people will find you out where you are, and they will give you the value that you need. You don't need to be any other person that you're not supposed to be. Forget about all the hustling and all the bustling and all the things that are going on in this our generation. They will fade away. 100 years from today, every single one of us will be ancestors. We will be underground. Grandkids will not even know our name. They will not know we existed. So if only we can be kind, if only we can be good, if only we can forget all this killing. Everywhere things are happening so bad. Everywhere things. Okay, initially we used to have a slave trade where they take all our best by force, chain them up and all that. But today, we're having brain drain. Our best are willingly running because environment and situations are not okay. There's no job anywhere. There's no niceness anywhere. Kidnapping. People are becoming wicked every single day. Things are happening. You can't even trust a neighbor. You cannot enter a taxi now and close your eyes. Everybody is tensed because we are looking for money. Money that cannot last, money that will take us nowhere. Instead of us to do good and be our brother's keeper for tomorrow's purposes, don't forget that posterity is there to judge us right. Let's do the good we can. Let's not dance because everybody is dancing. Let's not run because everybody is running. There's always a limit. Let's be the best we can be, always and always. And God will never forget. If you're watching me, the best you can do for me is to share to every single person. Society needs to hear the truth, and it's only the truth that we hear and the one we do that will set us free. Honestly, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Be Inspired, and always come on here every single Wednesday and let's do this. We need to keep speaking because even Bible said that faith cometh by hearing and hearing the word of God. We will never keep quiet. Let's think 100 years from today. What do you think must have become of us and every single person that you think is important today? Everybody will be on the ground. Everybody will be in the grave. Everybody must have become an ancestor. So there's nothing. Your guy, your face, your money, your handsomeness, your beauty, every single thing will be forgotten. The children will not even know your name. Let's give peace a chance and let's love ourselves and show it. Thank you very much. Meet you next week Wednesday by 2 at the same time. Let's do this together. God bless you.